Art in war. War can be portrayed in many ways: movies, books, comic books, paintings, drawings, prints. The purpose of each piece varies. Maybe it's just meant to share, to inform, to disturb, or to warn and protest. Otto Nix, a German, volunteered to join in World War I, where he was a machine gunner. Yeah, it might seem weird that he volunteered to go to war, and ended up being one of the most prominent names involved in art protesting. His reasons was different than most, though. He explained himself years later. "I had to experience how someone beside me suddenly falls over and is dead and the bullet has hit him quite squarely. I had to experience that quite directly. I wanted it. I'm therefore not a pacifist at all. Or am I? Perhaps I was an inquisitive person. I had to see all that myself. I'm such a realist, that I have to see everything with my own eyes in order to confirm that it's like that. I have to experience all the ghastly, bottomless depths of life for myself." As an artist, he felt he could only represent the truth of war by living it. How can one protest something they have never even gone through before? So he went, and he experienced terrors beyond imagination, but needless to say, he did get the experience he was looking for, and it translated into 51 prints representing the horror of the war, titled Third Krieg, The War. The grotesque and realist pictures give an uneasy feeling in the stomach, even more so once one realizes that these are the exact things he saw while in there. This is number 18, Dead Sentry in the Trench. Here is the skeleton of a soldier depicted moments after his death. He stays exactly how he was seconds before being shot by a sniper. An unexpected death. His pose is very relaxed. His feet is up and he's casually holding his gun against his shoulder. Why choose such a representation of death? Well, during war, anything can happen. You might think you're safe, but you are never safe. It's a false illusion. One can die anytime, anywhere, gone in the blink of an eye. The soldier felt nothing. The face is also already peeled out of its skin. Worms and vermin are roaming around his face and inside his rib cage. He's just left for dead, rotten and slowly becoming part of the scenario, showing how war has no real time for the dead. There is no time to grieve or to even collect them. They stay there forever and just become part of this pile, forgotten. The technique chosen for these was also more than intentional. Each piece was made by manipulating the etching and aquatint mediums. After sketching, the plates were baited in acid multiple times, which leaves the texture and visual of putrid and decaying flesh, like you can see here in the hands and here on the foot. The painting doesn't just represent war, it lived it. They were showered in one of the weapons that were used against the soldiers. Black is also a particular choice here. War has no color, no emotion, but the sense of emptiness, and the contrast of the paper and the dark color really highlights this. It was also an inspiration gotten from Goya, which did many pieces representing the horrors of war during his time. The similarities are quite clear. The etching of the pen is very chaotic and frantic. There was no time to think, to stop, or to focus in major details. Even the face looks just like scribbles all over the page. It's just like war. There's no time for that. And just like the soldier, he didn't even realize he was dead. The skull seems to be smiling. Is he laughing at a joke? He's most likely pointing out an irony to the viewer. Was he happy before dying, or is he happy that he got out of such a nightmare without feeling any pain? That is a question that is up for interpretation, but whichever the answer, the conclusion is still the same. War has no true happy ending. In both instances, tragedy is the final word. Thank you.